Your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on, Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Francisco, look at that hole open up. Oh, Francisco's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes free. He fires. Same play. Conklin with the slam on his hand.
Two of the most storied programs in the state when it comes to boys soccer, especially in the West region, meet up today just like old times. Bismarck High and Minot High from Dwayne Carlson Stadium in Minot, North Dakota. Welcome into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Getting you started for tonight's match between the Demons and the Magi. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Owen Patterson on the call for tonight's match between Bismarck and Minot. I'd like to remind you that Valvoline Instant Oil Change offers you timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed. It's a stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change service that'll take about 15 minutes at any of their locations in Minot or Bismarck. Also, find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. Well, to get this pregame show started, let's just set the stage here on how important this match is for both sides. For Bismarck, you see the record, 2 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw. It has not been the season that the Demons really expected, that's for sure, and the season that historically we've seen from Bismarck High, usually dominant on the soccer pitch against their opponents. They've won 5 state championships. They've appeared in every state tournament there's been since 1995 in North Dakota high school soccer. But this season, a developmental season, just one senior on the team for the Bismarck High Demons, and their head coach, Michael Cruz, and his team, they know they have a lot of work to do as we get into the second half of the season next week. But today, a big match against Minot High because they need points and they need to beat a team higher in the standings than they currently sit, which is 7th coming into today's WDA Soccer Saturday. It's important for Minot High because they have not outright won a match in 3 straight times out on the pitch. A draw to Legacy at home, a loss to Williston at home, and then a blowout loss 5-1 to Jamestown on the road. This is a match with a lot of importance for both sides, and for 2 different reasons. Bismarck needs to get on track to get into state tournament qualifying position. Minot High needs to get right after a few tough decisions against the top competition in the West. We'll have more breakdown of this matchup when we return to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, including looking at our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. That's coming up next from Dwayne Carlson Stadium in Minot. It's a WDA Soccer Saturday on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Welcome back to Minot and the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. It's a great day for high school soccer here in the Magic City. It's a pretty much full day of high school soccer across the state of North Dakota with nearly every team in action today. And it's an important day because as we get ever so close to that midway point of the season, everybody's seen everybody once just about at this marker of the season schedule. It's really time to figure out what you're made of and time to make some moves. And in our open there in the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we spoke about the importance of this match in particular for Bismarck High and Minot High. For the Demons, after their start, 2 wins in their first 7 matches, they're also going to need some help from other sides, but doing their own work today against Minot High going to be important. Let's take a look at what we have down in the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. With over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than with Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Well, in our keys to the game today, we'll start with Bismarck High, and that's to start something. They need to find that winning momentum today against Minot High, and it's it's there for Bismarck. This is a team that has talent at varying positions across the pitch, at forward, on defense, and in goal. They're figuring that position out as well. But today's got to be kind of the game for Bismarck High, where they get on a roll this season, because going 2-5-1 in the first half of the year, it's not going to be all that great, especially without the WDA tournament later in the season, the new qualification to state this year. Bismarck High needs to start something today on the road at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. A performance today to hang their hat on for sure for Bismarck High. For Minot, they also need a W. They dropped 3 matches to the top 3 teams in the West region. Again, we spoke about a draw against Bismarck Legacy the last time we had them on the PSP network. Then a loss to Williston at home. That was a tough one, 2-1 to the Coyotes, and a 5-1 loss on the road at Jamestown. They really need to turn things around today on a home Saturday afternoon affair against Bismarck High. Both of these teams, so much importance on this match, and we should have a good one on our hands today on the PSP network. Well, kickoff is just a few moments away, but we'd like to remind you that this pregame show is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. With they know you're busy when you visit one of their service centers in Minot or Bismarck. They don't waste your time or their own. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. You can also find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. Well, you look around the WDA coming into this packed Saturday schedule, and Jamestown still the team that's unbeaten. Williston still in second place. And Legacy there in third. Minot High currently occupying the 4th spot. Again, only the top 4 teams in the standings will qualify for the state tournament by season's end. There's no more WDA tournament, so a lot of interesting soccer happening this week. If you were with us on Thursday, Bismarck Century won in and really just a shootout, a barn burner against Minot North, 6-3, and there's kind of been 2 different ways the matches have gone in the WDA this season, like that which we saw at Sentinel Stadium earlier in the week, where you just score goal after goal after goal and win a match 6-3, or a defensive match like we saw the last time Minot High was on the air against Legacy, a 1-1 affair that ended in a draw, and it was all about the goalkeepers. Well, the goalkeepers today for Minot High and Bismarck, again, will have their hands full with a great forward line for both sides. We'll start with Minot High's netminder. That's Graydon Wald, the senior in goal, has made 32 saves this year. The save percentage has really dropped for Wald since those first 2 weeks of the season. He was above 80%. And the save rate, it's now dropped to 76.2. Again, he has been good when tested for the Magi, but that last outing against Jamestown, 5 goals to a very talented Blue Jays team. The West Region leader in points, Edie Ramadani, he scored 2, assisted on another 2 there in the win for Jamestown. So Wald, definitely going to individual. He needs a strong performance today for Minot. And for Bismarck, making his first season as the starting goalkeeper, it's the sophomore Drew Haberlock. The Demons went through a position change from last year. Tate Shaner was in goal. He's now moved to forward for Bismarck High. They put Haberlock in goal today, and he is sure going to have to figure out a way to stop, as well as his defensive line as well. Stopping Dylan Jackson, who has been on a tear for Minot High. He has really been their top source of offense this season for the Minot High Magicians, especially over the course of last week and the start of this week. Dylan Jackson poses a threat to any goalkeeper, but Haberlock definitely going to have his hands full this afternoon. That does it for our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. When we come back after this commercial break, we'll take a look at the starting lineups. We'll hear the starting lineups be announced. We'll also got the national anthem and, of course, kickoff. You're watching a WDA Soccer Saturday on the PSP Network.
There is no place like the Country Club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
What better way to wrap up a full week of high school sports on the PSP Network? And with high school soccer on a Saturday afternoon, we started with volleyball on Tuesday, Minot High and Minot North. There was a matchup down in Bismarck as well, and then soccer on Thursday night. Already referenced that one, a high-scoring affair between Bismarck Century and Minot North. Last night, a triple header of high school football on the network. Some great finishes in Bismarck and Minot, and a runaway win for Minot High. And today, a much anticipated match between Bismarck and Minot High, 2 teams that have met frequently in their history in this sport. They have claimed many a state title and region title as well. Even one of the most recent matchups, the 2021 WDA championship match that went in favor of Minot High. But we'll have more on the matchup and kickoff here after the national anthem and starting lineups. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium to officially conclude the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of that brave?
And now, for today's starting lineups, first, for the Vision team on the scoreboard, Bismarck Demons. Number 0, Drew Haberlock. Number 2, Liam Wainbach. Number 4, Kate Shaner. Number 6, Cameron Haas. Number 7, Tristan Schultz. Number 9, Daniel Matthews. Number 11, Taryn Thayer. Number 13, Gavin Burkhardt. Number 14, Garrett Goetz. Number 15, Mason Seafeld. And number 21, Jack Schumacher. Bismarck's coached by Michael Cruz, assisted by Bill Haas, Alex Alverson, Taylor Hogarth, and Luke Felice. And now for your Minot High Magicians, the starter, number 2, Vincent Palaya. Number 5, Ethan Dangle. Number 8, Samuel Chanis. Number 11, Justice Amsbury. Number 16, Dylan Oswald. Number 23, Graydon Wald. Starter number 25, Drew Bolander. Number 30, Dylan Jackson. Number 33, Isaac Stewart. Number 35, Joshua Marsland. And number 45, Jacob Jackson. Mount High coached by Jordan Foley, assisted by Chad Oswald, Adam Bailey, Creighton Bachmeyer, Cameron Foley, Matthew Marcus, and Tristan Brown. Today's referees in the middle, we have Garrett Weishauer, assisted by Matt Fall and Ryan Fortman. Let's go, Magicians!
Starting lineups have been announced, so up next we have kickoff here from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Bismarck High in the road white kits, Minot High in the home maroon and gold. It'll be the Demons with possession first today as we get you to the live action here on the PSP Network. It'll be Minot High. I think I said Bismarck will get the opening kickoff. It will be Minot High starting on offense today. They'll be going from right to left on your screen. Bismarck High defending to begin with. They will be going from left to right once they possess the soccer ball. Put 40 minutes on the clock. Waiting for the official whistle to get us started. Dylan Jackson will boot the ball away to begin today's action on the PSP Network. Thank you for joining us for our second WDA Soccer Saturday of the season. So Oswald's there as well. Jackson will kick it to his teammate, and we are underway with high school soccer on the PSP Network. Bismarck High and Minot High. Bismarck 2-4-1 in the record book. Minot 5-2-1. Not too shabby of a record through the first 8 matches, but 6 of them in conference play. They're just 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw against WDA competition. And the Magicians have a sense that things could be going a little bit better. They're just going to have to play better, especially against opponents like Bismarck High, where you look at the records, you look at the results. They are the favorites today. And to begin with, Minot High will be whistled offside. So Bismarck's defense forces the takeaway, and they'll get a free kick just outside of their own goal box. And again, the goaltender for Bismarck High today is Drew Haberlock, the sophomore. His save percentage actually is at a higher mark than Graydon Wald. He's also seen many more shots than Wald has this season. 73 saves for Haberlock, saving 78% of shots on goal from the opponent. Bismarck High recently pitched their first shutout and only shutout so far this season. That came against Dickinson back in week 3 of the season. As their first offensive possession ends pretty shortly. Now Minot High will work it up the pitch. And again, the name to know when Minot High is possessing the soccer ball. That is Dylan Jackson. He wears number 30. He plays right in the midfield on the forward line. And he is always a deep ball threat for Minot High. They take a lot of chances with the long passes, but Jackson really makes it a whole lot easier. And a whole lot more comfortable sending a ball that far down the pitch. He has a lot of speed, a lot of agility there. Doesn't necessarily sprint up and down the pitch throughout the game, but when he is called upon, number 30 gets off and running. Right now the ball is stuck in the midfield line for Minot High. This is Samuel Ichanis, who's kind of the quarterback on the field for the Minot Magicians. He's the one that does a lot of that passing up ahead to Jackson. That would pass a little bit too strong as Drew Bolander was trying to find Justice Amsbury, and it gets kicked all the way back to the defensive area for Minot High. Chanis will play it up for Dylan Oswald, but he can't collect it either. The passing a little bit troublesome for Minot High here in the opening 3 minutes. Get a throw in here from Bismarck High right in front of Minot's bench. Bismarck, their leading scorer is Cameron Haas, who in the most recent match against Legacy was held scoreless, as were the Demons as a team, losing to intercity rival Bismarck Legacy 3-0. Minot with a quick takeaway, but they're going to give the soccer ball right back. Whistle against the Magicians, their second penalty already. They've both been while on offense. Demons will put this ball back into play, but Haas this season 10 total points on 8 goals and 2 assists for the Bismarck High standout. Haas just a sophomore as well. This is a very young Bismarck team, 1 senior, quite a big junior class, but they depend a lot on sophomores and younger. Their goalkeeper, Haberlock, 10th grader, and leading scorer, Haas, also a sophomore. Also, we'll probably see quite a bit of Daniel Matthews. 4 points, putting him second on the team. 1 goal, 3 assists. Also, just a sophomore for Bismarck High, a team dealing with quite a few injuries and absences today. I'm going to call up a few JV players to fill out the roster. One of them, a backup goaltender. A little bit too much contact there right in the middle of the pitch as Garen Getz gave a little bit of an extra shove there to Justice Amsbury. Free kick for Minot High. They'll just pass it off to Ichanis, who's going to take a big shot from 32. It's knocked down by the Demons. They will clear it across midfield. Nice stand by Bismarck High on that Minot possession. Just 5 minutes into today's match on the PSP Network. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Another penalty against Bismarck High, being physical and being aggressive here as Ichanis hit the turf. Penalty looks like it was against Matthews, Daniel Matthews, who we were just mentioning. Scoreboard sponsor is BNC National Bank, with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Also find them online at bnc.bank. Your life is busy, that's why they'll make managing your money easy. A tussle for the soccer ball there in Minot High side of the pitch, but along the sideline, it'll be a throw-in for the Demons. They get it right to Daniel Matthews, and we spoke about Ichanis and kind of his role on the offense for Minot High, and it's kind of to be the director of things as the midfielder, and that's kind of what you'll see from Daniel Matthews as well. He organizes a lot of what Bismarck High tries to do when they have possession of the soccer ball, and they'll get that possession back after another turnover or penalty forced by a penalty, if I can get the sequence correct there, on the Magi. Minot has not put up a shot on goal yet, though they have possessed the ball for probably 4 times the amount of time Bismarck High has. They'll play it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Graydon Wald. The Wald with a pass up the pitch. They'll be taken away by Bismarck pretty much immediately. Matthews with a touch there in the middle, but surrounded by 4 maroon jerseys, and it's taken away by the Magicians. And Nolan Schmidt playing defense for Minot. Running after it in the corner is Bismarck High on a pass that just went a little bit too long. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Minot. And that will bring up a Bismarck throw-in. Oh, pardon me, that went through the end line. So we have our first Serve Pro corner kick of the match with 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Serve Pro corner kick for Bismarck High inside of the 8th minute of the match. It'll be a short pass putting an offensive play into motion. Shot from outside the box. It's deflected off the hands of Graydon Wald, and that's going to go in for our first goal. Bismarck scores on the corner. But they'll take it back. A penalty against Bismarck High. All of that for the goal to be erased off the scoreboard. We'll try and figure out where that penalty was on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, but what a shot from Bismarck High that will be taken off the BNC National Bank scoreboard as the Demons will regain possession on their side of the pitch. Dribbling it for Bismarck is Cameron Haas, their leading scorer. Ball taken away by Minot. This should give us an opportunity to show that last play. Here it is on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. 50 years, Ryan has been a trust name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online or at driveryan.com, and it looks like Bismarck may have just been offsides on that shot, getting behind the goalkeeper on the attempted header. It was a nice strike. Didn't catch who that was that took it. It might have been Haas from the corner, the far side corner of the goal box. The penalty against Bismarck High keeps us even at 0. Bouncing ball headed away by Matthews. Oswald hit the turf, and now he'll slide tackle. Dylan Oswald, the forward, showing off his defensive skills. But it will lead to a Bismarck throw-in. Nice back and forth there between Matthews and Oswald. Two talented players, still pretty young. Matthews, a sophomore who has, again, 3 assists this season. Dylan Oswald, also a sophomore, who's stepping into a big role for Minot High, replacing another Oswald, Braden Oswald, the Gatorade State Player of the Year in 2023. Ten minutes into today's match. Good time to remind you that this broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Plain cheese or a Blue Buffalo today at Planet Pizza. Call now 701-852-1700. Serving the Magic City for over 25 years. First substitution of the match. Coming in for Bismarck, it's going to be Will Pollard, a senior. Coming off the sideline for Bismarck High. Ball back to the goalkeeper, Wald. And that springs Minot High's offense into action. Pass to Amsbury. Amsbury changes direction, now moves back forward up the pitch. Pass to Oswald. Oswald plays it back to Jackson. That's Jacob Jackson. Don't get the two confused. Dylan, who plays forward. Jacob on defense. Steal by Bismarck High. What can they do with it? Good defensive presence there for the Magi. A header goes to Bismarck and Cameron Haas, but a pass that will travel out of bounds. Thought Bismarck might have had something going there, even though they were shorthanded against the Minot High defense. But a throw in for Minot High, and now a athletic play by Echanis to try and move that ball forward to the midfield line. Have not seen Dylan Jackson really touch the soccer ball at all today. That just goes to show how Bismarck High's defense has made a game plan and executed it in the first, now 12 minutes of today's match. Minot High will bring in their first substitution. Kyle Eklund. 2 goals and assists this season for Eklund. Will be the new man on the pitch for Minot, replacing Justice Amsbury. 27:36 to go in half number 1. Minot and Bismarck scoreless. The Demons had the best chance so far in the match. It was actually converted by Cameron Haas from 18, but a penalty took away the points for Bismarck High, so it is still 0-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And really, ever since the first 5 minutes of today's match, Minot has not gotten the ball past the midfield line. Still working on the Bismarck High half of the pitch. And it's a ball out of bounds, leading to a Bismarck throw-in. Magi, they need to get to that forward line and especially get it to Dylan Jackson. That's where they could really take charge of this match today, is if they give Jackson a touch. Today's broadcast on the PSP Network also brought to you by Minot State University. With more than 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you, and MSU. That's Minot State University. 2 days' time, it'll be homecoming week at Minot State. A lot of events going on for students and alumni on campus, all leading up to the homecoming football game on Saturday afternoon. Women's soccer is also coming back home to Minot after their tournament out in Idaho over the weekend.
Shinko LLC and ProTech, thank you for your support of Minot High Soccer.
So with that Magi throw-in, they do finally get the ball past the midfield line, but in just a few seconds, they give it right back to Bismarck. The Magi have not sustained a possession here for close to 10 minutes. Bismarck High has been in possession of the soccer ball. We talked about the corner kick that nearly turned into a goal, but it was negated by the penalty. The Demons have been showcasing a high level of defensive effort. That's really what it is. Bismarck is flying around the pitch defensively, and Minot continues to play the ball backwards. Trying to find Echanis, but that pass was off target, kind of into no man's land. That was going to slide underneath the foot of Drew Bolander all the way back to the goalkeeper, Graydon Wald. And you wonder how much the last match kind of plays into the momentum, I guess, for Minot High, the confidence. Again, a 5-1 loss to Jamestown. That was, in some people's perspective, a WDA championship, even though there's no championship game, but a WDA championship preview, if you will. Obviously, Williston has the head-to-head win over Minot. But Jamestown and Minot kind of seem to be the two top teams in the West, and they met up, and Jamestown netted 5 goals in the first half against the Magi. Here's a ball in the box for Eklund. It's knocked down by Drew Haberlock, making his first save, as Haberlock again keeps us even at zeros. It's a nice cheer from the Bismarck fans that have made the journey up to Minot. A great group of Bismarck High supporters here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium today. Eklund has that midfield. Slipped on the pass. I think it was Vincent Palea possibly for Minot. It was Palea. Trying to find Dylan Jackson. We've said it before in this first half. Jackson just has not gotten the ball today for Minot. It was Eklund again that took that last shot for the Magi. Minot does have other offensive options, which include Eklund. We mentioned he has 2 goals. Cale Workman has 2 goals. Those all came in one match this season, but we talk about their most reliable option as a forward, as a midfielder, as just a goal scorer outright, as Oswalt will send this one top shelf. Dylan Oswalt puts Minot on the board first. I believe that was 16. We'll watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay and make sure this one was hit from a long ways out. Yeah, Oswald gets the pass there from Eklund from 32 and buries it in the top corner. Goal for Minot High. It's 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Eklund to Oswald in the 17th minute for Minot High. This one will stick on the scoreboard, and the Magi are up 1-0. Oswald, his first goal of the season. A lot of high expectations for him probably this year after what Braden Oswalt was able to do last season, but obviously still just a sophomore and has done a lot of good work keeping the offensive connection together. He has assisted on 2 Minot High goals this season, but they're his first goal of 2024, and it was a booming one from 32 yards. Saw it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay with specialized training and technology. Nobody knows your vehicle better than the certified technicians at Ryan Family Dealerships. No matter what kind of vehicle you own, you can trust your repairs to Ryan. 1-0 Magi over the Bismarck High Demons. From Dwayne Carlson Stadium, here's a ball for Bismarck High. Played into the middle, right outside the box. And taken away by Oswald of Minot. Here's the pass up ahead to Jackson we've been talking about. Aggressive downfield passing from Minot High, but that one just too far over the intended target. It'll be scooped up by the goalkeeper, Haberlock. Loose ball chased all the way back to the goalkeeper, Graydon Wald for Minot High. Near the halfway point of the first half are we today in Minot. Thank you for joining us on the PSP Network. The final broadcast of a busy week on the network. In the Magic Towing halftime report, take a look at what's on the schedule for next week. Got all the sports in action now with volleyball officially well underway. Soccer heading into week 5. High school football heading into week 4. Yeah, Oswald not going to get away with that one. The ball was up against the sideline and did cross the yellow line. Throw in for Bismarck. A Demons team that, yes, there is a bit of pressure now to respond, but there is a lot of soccer left to play today, and don't really expect this one to get all that high scoring, so 2 goals might win it today. Substitution for Bismarck is Liam Wingenbach will head off the pitch. Minot High also makes a change. Liam Chathams comes in for Bismarck High. Justice Amsbury returns to the match for Minot after being subbed out earlier in the first. Throwing for Bismarck just goes right to Minot High. Itchanis to Dylan Oswald, the goal scorer today for the Magi. Up to Amsbury. Amsbury going right past the middle of the pitch, and Vincent Pelea. Pelea has played a little more midfield than his regular position on defense in the first 2 weeks of the season. Of course, it's this point in the season where injuries and all the other things that would take players off the pitch come into effect. So Pelea, the defensive change. Amsbury, a pass to Eklund, but just on the wrong line there as Eklund unable to catch up to it. Instead, Drew Haberlock will pick it up for Bismarck, the goalkeeper. And speaking of injuries, Minot's Grayson Steele looks like playing with quite the cast on his, or brace on that right arm. But as we know in soccer, if you're not the goalkeeper, you don't need to use the hands or the arm at all. So Steele is active today. Bismarck High, we talked about, will be down a couple of players on the varsity roster. Some JV call-ups today, including Isaiah LaMontagne and a reserve goalkeeper in Ian Marcus. For head coach Michael Cruz of Bismarck High, they understand the importance of not just this match, but the entire second half of the season. Bismarck last year won a state qualifier game against Century in a shootout to qualify for that 8-team state tournament. This season, there's no play-in games like that. You just have to be in the top 4. It's how the girls' season last spring worked. And now with playing the double round-robin schedule in conference play, you've played everybody twice, and apparently no need for a tournament to play your way into the state field of 8. That's what the entire 9-10-a-week season is for here in the WDA. Very rare to see non-conference matchups anymore in high school soccer. Obviously, Minot High got 2 games in the special week 0 of high school soccer against Grand Forks Central and Grand Forks Red River. But Bismarck, no non-conference games for them. At least that have been played to this point. You would kind of like to see games between a Bismarck High and a Fargo Shanley, or especially Jamestown, being that the easternmost team in the WDA. Put them up against a West Fargo Cheyenne or a Fargo South. But if you want to play in those games, you got to get to state. 17 minutes remain in our first half. 1-0 lead for Minot High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Also like to remind you that this broadcast on the PSP Network is sponsored by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store.
And for Bismarck, number 27, Isaiah Lamontley.
Couple subs in for Bismarck High recently, and it is the JV call-up who we just referenced, Isaiah Lamontagne, a senior. Ball up ahead, intended for Kale Workman, but right there in the passing lane were the Demons. Also in for Bismarck High, making his first appearance on the pitch, Rabona Butoto, wearing number 20.
Minot High Soccer would like to thank the following bronze level sponsors: Paul Siebert, State Farm, Sheila Repair, Optical Outlook.
Steal here from Bismarck. Nice play by Garen Getz. Try and get it to Daniel Matthews, but a steal in return from Minot High, and now a fight for it. Bismarck's going to pick it up, courtesy of Lamontagne. A rolling ball into the net is saved. It was sent in by Taryn Tour. But Wald will deflect it out of bounds, leading to a Serve Pro corner kick. Let's watch this attempt again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Matthews, just a quick pass to Tour, but not a lot of mustard on that shot attempt. Goes through the end line for a Serve Pro corner kick. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians at Serve Pro. Bismarck nearly scored on a corner earlier in the match. It was a good goal that was taken away by a penalty. Played out of the box by Minot High on an aggressive play. And now some more bumping and colliding near midfield. Ball played out of bounds by the Demons. Throw in for Minot High, so the Magicians avoid trouble again there on the restart by Bismarck High. More and more first half substitutions rolling in. It's not necessarily a cool day here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium, high up on the hill, right next to the Souris River. 82 degrees at kickoff today. And it's going to be in the 80s and even the 90s throughout next week, so no signs of cooling down yet in North Dakota. Summer is still hanging around as we get into September. Ooh, trying the bicycle kick there. It ends up going to Bismarck High, but you love the attempt. You'll probably never see that at all in these parts of North Dakota. If somebody would pull off the bicycle kick goal, hands down, Serve Pro move the game. We wouldn't even have to watch the rest of the soccer match to determine that. I hand out the Serve Pro move the game today as part of the Planning Team Financial Advisors Johns Crossroads post-game show. That's coming up when this one goes final, but we still have 13 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 lead for Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It is a free kick for Bismarck High off the Magi penalty. 40 yards away from the net. It will be sent into the box. A little bit too long there. A deflection could be playable for Bismarck High, but then it crosses the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Minot. Another nice setup play for Bismarck. But again, just not the right touch on that free kick into the box, as the Demons are looking for the header and an equalizing goal. Wald will send this soccer ball away after a substitution for the Magi. Wald sets it up right in front of his own net. Deflected on that goal kick. It's high in the air. Bismarck can play this one. Matthews back outside the box. Who's going to take the shot for Bismarck? It's Cameron Haas, but he's wide right. That was a scary play for Minot High. Here's the Ryan Family Dealerships replay of it. A ball to Wald, and you missed the deflection there off of the Bismarck High player. Matthews set up Haas. His shot just goes past the right post. Serve pro corner kick for Bismarck High. Taken from the near side this time. Haas will line it up next to the red flag. Again, this will go into the box right in front of the net, and Wald will drop on it. Another save. We got another Ryan Family Dealerships replay for you. Or we don't. Bismarck High, 3 corner kicks already in the first half, and 1 free kick with a pass into the box, but no goals to show for the Demons. We get into minute number 30 of today's WDA Soccer Saturday affair between Minot High and Bismarck High. Nice catch there by the ball kid on the bench, always paying attention. Jacob Jackson to Justice Amsbury. Sees he has quite a bit of green grass in front of him, but then fell down. Defensive presence there from Liam Chathams. Kind of ruined that offensive possession for Minot High. Free kick taken quickly by the Demons. Springing right into action here with 10 minutes on the nose to go in half number 1. Ball back to the Magi. It's Amsbury. Finds Dylan Jackson. He needs to get active right here. Oh, the pass that was intended for him just behind Dylan Jackson. It will die right in front of the sideline. Amsbury to Jacob Jackson. Back to Justice Amsbury. Right-footed pass to Dylan Jackson. Poked away by the Demons. First half defense for Bismarck High has been great, and now a bit of a fast break as Echanis dove for the pass. And Jacob Jackson will help Echanis there to get the takeaway for Minot. Cross midfield again. 9:30 remaining first half of WDA Soccer today. Dylan Jackson maneuvering through the Bismarck defense. Pass deflected, but Bismarck High shuts down another drive from Minot. The Magi playing stellar defense as well. Jacob Jackson moving in to the midfield. He will retain the soccer ball. It was back to Justice Amsbury. Pass up to Cale Workman. A substitution into the match a while ago, actually, in half number 1. Another ball for him. Actually be Dylan Jackson that picks it up. Jackson, a long pass. And now Workman on the far sideline. Bismarck High's defense playing prevent here. Not letting Minot High get into the box at all. That apparent shot or just a pass will go off of a Bismarck High Demons player and set up Minot's first corner kick, brought to you by Serve Pro. Using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration, it's Serve Pro. Jason Solper, substitution in for Minot High. Being a new player on the pitch ahead of the corner for the Magi. It will be still live, but no goal there for Minot. No real chance at a goal. Nice steal there from Workman, and then had his shot knocked down before he could really even get it off. Kind of like a play we saw last night on the football field. The Wahpeton Huskies blocked the punt and returned it for a touchdown. Didn't even let Minot North get that punt away, and just like that shot attempt from Cale Workman, couldn't even strike the soccer ball before Bismarck High was right on it. Counting down the final 7 minutes and 20 seconds before the Magic Towing halftime report. There's no job too big or too small for Magic Towing when you call them at 701-509-4011, serving western North Dakota. Flags up, and a penalty against Minot High. We have seen a lot of offensive penalties against the Magi today. But through all of that, Minot still has the lead. 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. But it is a little bit something and a storyline that could definitely impact the result of this game if those penalties do continue to hang around for Minot. Middle of the pitch. Haas with the steal. Dylan Oswalt turns around, finds Pelea. Pelea, his pass is picked up out of the air by Bismarck and Daniel Matthews. Just a long pass there for the Magi, but Oswalt trying to keep this play alive for Minot. He will. Ball to Jackson, went behind him. Bismarck clears. And progress is stopped again for Minot High just outside of the goal box. Throw in right in front of the Bismarck High bench. And Michael Cruz, the head coach of the Demons. A record of 2 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw this season. Their 3 most recent matches was the tie on the road against Mandan St. Mary's, 1-1. And then a loss to Jamestown, 4-1. They were shut out on the road in their most recent outing against Legacy by a score of 3-0. Bismarck High program that always has pretty high expectations going into any season. And this season, just like all the others since pretty much all time for Bismarck High and their boys soccer program that has, again, been to state every single time since every single season since 1995.
In for Bismarck, number 3, Liam Chatham.
Rare to see a substitution or same player be substituted onto the pitch twice in the same half, but Liam Chathams has pulled off that feat. Chathams, the freshman, comes in and plays defense for the Demons, which has really been the strong suit for Bismarck High today, that defensive line. Chathams, Burkhard, Getz. Three minutes, 40 seconds are all that remain in the first half. Tayson Solper was trying to advance. That ball sent away by Gavin Burkhardt. Starter for Bismarck High on the defensive line. Haven't mentioned him much today, but he's played a significant role in quieting Dylan Jackson as Minot makes a substitution here. Justice Amsbury, who's been subbed off the pitch twice and he's a starter as well. He's been subbed in twice. Amsbury on and off the playing surface today for Minot High. Rotating around to a couple different spots. Gets the throw in here from Dylan Oswald. Plays back to Jacob Jackson. Minot evaluates. Now gives it to Amsbury. Amsbury, nice juke move and a dribble with the ball. Pass to Jackson. He just hasn't gotten a clean look today. Ball played away by the Demons. What a job done there by Tristan Scholes. Ball again for Jackson, but Scholes is right in the way. Tristan Scholes, the junior defenseman, wearing number 7, stepping up big time here for Bismarck High in the last couple of seconds. Bismarck trying to set up one last shot at tying this match before the Magic Towing intermission report. They trail by 1, had a shot go in, but taken away by a penalty in the box. They were offside. And they had a shot from outside of 18 by Taryn Tour. Just rolled off the mark. Cameron Haas sent in a shot from pretty much the exact same spot. And that was off target to the near side of the goal post. Ball out of bounds, going to Minot High. 90 seconds remain in half number 1. And the Magi, they're in the lead, but definitely can sense that they haven't accomplished all of what they were hoping to do in the first 40 minutes today. Dylan Jackson never really got any open looks, but they do need to find a supporting cast there who can score along with Jackson. And actually, you go back to the last couple of outings for Minot High, Dylan Jackson had scored or assisted on the last 5 Minot High goals. He had scored the last 4, assisted on the 5th, until Dylan Oswalt netted a goal earlier in this half from Kyle Eklund to break that streak for Dylan Jackson. But you all know, it gets to the late game situations, you go with your star player, and that's Dylan Jackson, the senior forward. 8 goals and an assist here in 2024 for 9 points. Jackson coming off a 2023 season where he scored just 2 goals. Penalty there against Bismarck High. Now a free kick for Minot inside of 60 seconds on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Half number 1. Getting down to the final few plays here before halftime. Ball at midfield possessed by the Demons. Who's going to win this race? To the ball on the near sideline, and will go out of bounds. Bismarck throwing. Just 10 seconds to go. Not sure what they can pull off here in the last now 5 seconds of the first half. They'll just get it in and go to half. Oh, goodness. Not the last play you want to see there, as LaMontagne just launched one right into Jacob Jackson, and that's all the explanation needed there. 1-0 lead for Minot High in the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magic Towing halftime report is coming up next.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in MINOT and BISMARCK, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
From the 26-yard line, nearing the ServPro red zone are the Demons already. Handoff, Hankey dances in the hole. Now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Hankey, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
At the half, the Minot High Magicians lead the Bismarck High Demons 1-0. Remember the phone number for Magic Towing, 701-509-4011. That's 701-509-4011. Remember that phone number when you need a tow serving Western North Dakota. It's Magic Towing. There's no job too big or too small when you call Magic Towing at that phone number for a third time. Put it in your phone right now, 701-509-4011. It was a first half dominated by the defenses. Each team got pretty much one look. I guess Bismarck High maybe two good looks there in the first half at goals. But the defense has really ruled the day in the first 40 minutes between the Demons and the Magi. Let's break down how the first half went down in our Magic Towing intermission report. Pretty much the first big play was Bismarck High and their corner kick. A ServPro corner kick taken and got it to Cameron Haas right outside of the goal box, right at 18, and he sent it in towards the net. It was deflected, it looked like from Graydon Wald, and we'll try and find the replay here during the break, but it looked like it was deflected by the goalkeeper, Graydon Wald. A possible handball, a possible offsides. To be honest with you, didn't really see what the signal was, but a penalty against Bismarck High, and their first goal to start the match was taken away from them by that whistle. That kept it 0-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, and it was scoreless for a while. Let's, again, try and find this replay for you. We've got the highlights of the first half. They might be in backwards order like they were last night at Minot North High School, but they sure are in backwards order. But that corner kick for Bismarck High kept it 0-0. The Bismarck defense was playing great between really minutes 15 all the way up to the eventual first goal for Minot High, and really that wasn't even much of an issue for Bismarck defensively. It was just a great shot put in by Dylan Oswald of Minot High on the pass from Kyle Eklund. Haberlock made a great save for Bismarck High just before that, but Oswalt went top left corner and netted the first goal for Minot High before the break. And then Minot's defense played well. Bismarck's defense matched the intensity, and the Demons held on after a lot of very good advancements by Minot in that first half towards the box. They were trying to get it to Dylan Jackson, something that Minot really couldn't do early on in this match today in the first half, but they tried getting it to Dylan Jackson. That really wasn't working, but credit that to the Demon defense. And Minot High again, Graydon Wald made a save as well in the first half to preserve the lead for the Magi at the break. It's 1-0 in favor of Minot. There's that corner kick. And yeah, it looks like it was a handball against Bismarck, possibly the call just based on their own reactions there. But that's how the first half went down. We have another 40 minutes of high school soccer to bring to you when we return on the PSP Network. This has been the Magic Towing Intermission Report. Minot High has the lead in this very important match in the West Region.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Final segment of the Magic Towing Intermission Report. Not a look back at the first half, but a look ahead to next week on the PSP Network. Keep it right here. Here's what we got coming up next week, week 4 of the fall sports season. A little bit of lighter work to do this week. Just one football game taken off the schedule. Tuesday evening, we're back on the volleyball court. Williston at Minot High. Join Melissa Spelchin and I. Hopefully it doesn't ruin your plans of watching the presidential debate that night, but we've got good volleyball on the PSP Network, 7 o'clock Central Time, Williston at Minot. And then on Thursday, more volleyball, this time from the capital city. The Bismarck High Demons at the Century Patriots before a Friday night doubleheader of high school football. They should be 2 extraordinary games. We keep hyping up these matchups on the PSP Network each Friday because they really are that good. Davies, 2-0 on the season, taking on Minot High, who lost in week 2 of their season opener, actually. But then laid down a huge performance, a 34-point win over Fargo Shanley last night. And also West Fargo Cheyenne will be at Bismarck, a matchup of top 2 teams in AAA before we have more volleyball on Saturday. Dickinson at Minot High. No soccer next week, but we have a lot of other action that will sure to pique your interest on the PSP Network. That's what's coming up starting on Tuesday right here on the PSP Network. Remember, you can follow our social media platforms at Network PSP on X and Facebook to stay up to date with all of our upcoming schedule and results and Ryan Family Dealerships replay and players of the week and all of that, so you don't miss a thing on the PSP network. Second half getting started right now. Put 40 minutes back on the clock. Bismarck High will start the second half with possession. Well, flip sides of the pitch, going right to left now on your screen. Demons in the white kits, Minot in the maroon. It's the Magi leading 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. A stark contrast in how this game has gone down from Thursday night's matchup between Minot North and Bismarck Century, where it was goals being fired away right away in each half. Eventual 6-3 win for the Century Patriots, but well, we didn't really expect 9 goals to be scored between Bismarck and Minot today. They keep it pretty low scoring, you would have to believe, between these two teams. Minot with the lone first half goal thanks to Dylan Oswald and the assist from Kyle Eklund. Magi with possession of the soccer ball right now, as it is Ethan Dangle telling some people where to go, and we'll pass that one all the way to the forward line, but over the head of Dylan Oswald and out of bounds. Bismarck High throw in as we are just over 1 minute into the second half. Other matchups in the WDA today. There's 4 of them going on in the West. Dickinson is at Legacy. Midgets, the only team in WDA without a win. Here's a ball into the box for Dylan Jackson, but he's offside. Just when you thought Minot and Dylan Jackson in particular found exactly what they were looking for all first half, just ahead of the defense into the box. And a penalty against Minot High. We have seen a lot of penalties go against the Magi when they have it on offense. They just haven't played a clean match today, as the goal kick from Bismarck High travels right out of bounds, so the Demons going to give it right back. Minot High throw-in. Going back to that WDA schedule here on a soccer Saturday. Dickinson at Legacy. Mandan St. Mary's is here in the Magic City against Minot North. If you were expecting that one to be on the PSP network, sorry about that. Had to call it off. Come here to Dwayne Carlson Stadium. And then Jamestown at Century. So just looking at the matchups, this one probably your top match of the day in the West region. Bismarck at Minot, a 1-goal difference as we get underway with the second half. We'll take a look at the Shields of Minot and Bismarck WDA soccer table later on in half number 2. It's also a full day of soccer out east, as remember they only have 8 teams compared to the West region's 9, so nobody really ever gets off days there. Ball right across the face of the goal is going to roll into the corner. That actually stayed in the whole time. It hit the flag, so we'll continue play. Everybody kind of gave up on that play after the shot was missed, but didn't have the right direction and stayed in bounds. Vincent Pelea, the last to touch it there. Bismarck High throw in today in the EDC. West Fargo Cheyenne at Fargo North. West Fargo at Fargo South. Fargo Davies is paying a visit to Grand Forks Central, and Grand Forks Red River is at Shanley. The EDC has had quite a bit of parity already in the first now 3.5 weeks of the season. Yet the West Fargo school is really captaining the ship in the EDC standings after an early matchup between West Fargo and West Fargo Cheyenne, but Fargo South was off to a good start. Now they're 3-1-2. Fargo Davies has found a couple wins recently. Davies actually second in the standings right now with 12 points, but then you have the reigning state champions, the Fargo Shanley Deacons, who have started their conference season with 1 win and 5 losses, 2-6 overall. They've played some opponents from Minnesota already, going 1-1 out of state. Ball right in front of the net. That's just high from Dylan Jackson. It was a nice pass in from Dylan Oswald. Goal kick for Bismarck High, but Fargo Shanley, who won the state title a year ago, 7th out of 8 teams right now in the EDC soccer standings with 3 points in conference play. And again, Shanley hosting Grand Forks Red River this afternoon. Shanley in a very similar position to where Bismarck High is right now, where it's going to be all about winning games here in the second half of the season. Second half starts on Tuesday with the final 4 weeks of high school soccer. Bismarck High will be in action against Century on Tuesday. Minot on the road against Dickinson. Free kick for the Magi. Oswald all the way ahead to Dylan Jackson. They just haven't had the same connection as usual. A missed opportunity there for the Magi on the free kick. Goal kick for Bismarck High, and Demons haven't been in offense too much as it's right back to Minot High on cue. Oswald off the crossbar. I actually went off the football goal post there. Maybe we can see it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Yeah, here it is to Oswald, this time from 24 yards. The high ball there. Went top shelf for his goal earlier today. First goal of the season for Dylan Oswald. Tucked it into the top left corner, well out of the reach of Drew Haberlock, the goalkeeper for Bismarck High. And that's been the only scoring play of the day. Seven minutes into half number 2. Vincent Pelea being aggressive. And he'll give the ball back to Minot, but it's taken away. That is the nifty forward for Bismarck High, Cameron Haas. And similarly to how Dylan Jackson hasn't been able to get much done against Bismarck High's defense, the same can be said for Cameron Haas. Remember, he almost had that goal in the first half that was taken away by the Bismarck penalty. He also put up a shot on goal later on in the first half, but his possession time with the ball has been limited by the Magi today. Ball out of bounds. Throw in for Minot High along the far sideline. Haas, who is ranked in the top 5 in point scorers in the WDA with 10 points, 8 goals, and 2 assists. Just a sophomore midfielder for Bismarck. And you know what? Bismarck High sitting 7th out of 9 teams. They're right now just 3 points out of state qualifying position, the hypothetical state qualifying spot, which would be in the top 4. So a win today over Minot, and they would replace the Magi in 4th place. Obviously, that's without a result from Mandan St. Mary's, who's against Minot North. Mandan St. Mary's tied with Minot for 4th place. But Bismarck High is right there, and you look at the roster, you look at how they play, especially defensively today against a great forward line from Minot High. And even if it isn't a state tournament appearance this year, which would be the first ever miss from Bismarck High to that postseason event, 2025 looking to be a big year for the Demons as they'll bring back pretty much their entire roster. If they all go out for soccer again next year, just 2 seniors on the roster today. One of them is on the JV roster beforehand. Goal kick from Wald. Sets up Minot High well. Header by Oswalt. He's not going to pick up his own pass. It's played out of bounds by the Demons. Throw in for Minot on the near side. Half an hour to play in our match today. Good time to remind you this broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. Penalty against Minot High. We'll turn it over to Bismarck. Also want to thank Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston, bringing you the replays today. Just one goal, but a lot of highlight-worthy plays. Some saves, some penalties, some corner kicks. Ball for Oswald. Sorry, that was Eklund. Kyle Eklund. Stopped there by the goalkeeper, Haberlock. Let's cue up another Ryan Family Dealerships replay, shall we? On the throw-in. There's Eklund with a ball inside of 18. Got to the 9, but stopped. Long shot coming in. Another one that goes right in front of the net, but not into it. Minot High has put up a crazy amount of shots compared to the first half. Have they been on goal? Not all of them. But they are getting past and breaking into the Bismarck defense. Ball on the near side, out of bounds. Last touch by the Demons. Jack Schumacher, freshman, on the pitch for Bismarck. Next boys soccer broadcast on the PSP Network. Again, none next week. The all volleyball and football, but come back on Tuesday, the 17th of September. And this will be a big one. Mandan St. Mary's at Minot High. Those teams, as we said just a few minutes ago, currently even in 4th place in the WDA soccer standings at 10 points apiece. But Minot High has the head-to-head victory over Mandan on the road in the early part of the season. There's a come-from-behind win for the Magi. Steal here. Magi have 3 jerseys up ahead. K.O. Workman goes back to the right, middle of the pitch for Amesbury. Quick touch back to Workman. Gets past the defense. One defender, but it's fended away by Matthews. Stopping that try from Minot High. Bend don't break defense from Bismarck High here in the second half. It will be a Serve Pro corner kick for Minot. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. It's Serve Pro. 26 minutes to go in the match today. 1-0 lead for Minot High. Can they double that lead here? Sam Echanis walks up and will take the corner from the far side. It is going to roll all the way to the other flag. And a goal kick coming from Bismarck as the Demons were unable to touch that soccer ball, so they will get possession back. Will Pollard in the match for Bismarck High, a second half substitution for head coach Michael Cruz. Jordan Foley, head coach for Minot High. Magi team that started out the season with 5 consecutive victories, 3-0 to start conference play, but they have not won a match since. A 1-1 draw against Bismarck Legacy, and then a home loss to Williston. He thought maybe that was a match where Minot High would have a really nice opportunity to swap places with the Coyotes, get into the top 2 in the West region, but Williston continues to have a breakout season with a 2-1 victory over Minot. And then the last match on the road at Jamestown, it was all Blue Jays from the word go. 5 goals in the first half for Jamestown. Minot even added one in half number 1. But no goals in the second half for either side. Gave Jamestown the 3 points and kept Minot High off the win column. Looking to snap that 3-match, not necessarily losing streak, but winless streak today against Bismarck. Ball into the middle, but it goes right to a Bismarck High player. The Demons defense has done its job here in half number 2. The offense just trying to get better looks. Goal kick from Graydon Wald will drop at midfield. Headed a couple of times. Penalty for a dangerous play there against Cale Workman as Bismarck's Gavin Burkhardt went up in the air to head that soccer ball, and Workman kind of took out his legs. The ball is still live. Minot picks it up, but Burkhardt takes it away for Bismarck. Nice dribbling there and a pretty good pass to Schumacher. Threaded the needle against the Minot High defender. But a ball out of bounds by Bismarck High. They haven't been able to put their offense into transition. Minot lost it as well. Workman overran that pass that he was getting from Kyle Eklund, but gets it back. Pass up in the air will bounce to Haberlock. Seems like this one might come down to the goaltenders, especially late. If you were with us last week when Minot High was hosting Legacy, it's not one of the best goaltender games from both sides. Really in a long time, as Graydon Wald went at it with Legacy's goalkeeper Horner. And what would be a 1-1 draw. Horner even saved a PK from Dylan Jackson. They're right when Minot could have gotten the lead back and picked up the win. So they split the 2 points, 1 apiece. Couple of new players coming in for Bismarck High, 2 of them to be exact. And another one heading to the substitution area right now. Substitution as well for Minot as we get into the final 21 minutes of today's match on the PSP Network, brought to you in part by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Bring you the Player of the Week each week on the PSP Network social media platforms. Go to @NetworkPSP on X or Facebook to nominate a player or vote for this week's Player of the Week. Tell you what, Dylan Jackson is a good candidate for that. Mentioned earlier that he had scored the most recent 5 goals, scored or assisted on Minot's most recent 5 goals until today, when Dylan Oswalt put in a goal on a Kyle Eklund assist. Shields of Minot Bismarck proud to support the PSP Network's mission of promoting local athletes. And with that ad read, you probably know what time it is. Time to look at the WDA soccer table as things stand ahead of today's slate of 4 soccer matches. But before we actually get into those standings, Bismarck High is on the advance. Last touch by Will Pollard, and Minot will play that out of bounds. Throw in for the Demons. They keep it on their side of the pitch with possession. Liam Wingenbach will have the throw in. Substitution for Bismarck. Butoto back on the pitch. Here's Matthews. Matthews just went off the side of his foot, and it's taken away by Minot. Maybe. There's a nice play from Vincent Palea. Palea keeps on going. Palea will pass up ahead. It gets past the Bismarck defender momentarily. I thought Cale Workman might have had a chance there, but recovering nicely was Jack Schumacher for Bismarck High. And again, the Demons defense today, they have given up quite a bit to Minot High, but it has not been a goal here since that Oswalt goal was scored in the 17th minute. All right, now let's take a look at the WDA soccer table, brought to you by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. We've referenced it quite a few times already today, but Jamestown are the leaders. Ball back to the goalkeeper there. Jamestown is in front at the moment, unbeaten. 7 wins without a loss or a draw for 21 points. They have the best record of any team in the state, and led by the WDA's leading point scorer, Edie Ramadani. Blue Jays look like the team to beat, not only in the West, but also in the state. 7-0 record for the Jamestown Blue Jays. They are followed by the Legacy Sabres at 4-2-1. Legacy is kind of catching fire right now. They are a team that you don't really want to play at this point, as they are figuring out defense as well. They shut out Bismarck. They pitched back-to-back shutouts against their opponents. Beat the 2 Bismarck schools already this week, 3-1 and 3-0. Then you've got Williston at 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses with 13 points. 1 point back of Legacy. Those teams right now occupy state qualifying positions. And then in 4th, Minot and Mandan St. Mary's, each with 10 points. Minot 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Mandan 3 wins, 1 loss, 3 losses. One of those 3 losses for the Braves was to Minot, 2-1. And then 6 through 9 in the WDA, Bismarck Century 3 and 4 for 9 points. Shot is knocked down by the Demons. Century 3 and 4 with 9 points. They currently are in 6th. Bismarck High with 7 is in 7th, but we did say it earlier. Bismarck with a win today against Minot and a Mandan loss could be right in that 3-way tie for 4th place by day's end. Century also has something to say about that. Minot North, 1 win this year. They have 3 points currently in 8th, and Dickinson still in search of that first victory this season. The only team without a win or a draw in the state. Serve Pro corner kick for Minot. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Still setting up this corner kick that will be taken by Sam Ichanis. Curves it right in front of the net. It's a header goal for Minot High. What a play made by the Magi as they extend their lead to 2-0. Ichanis with a beautiful corner kick to get it started on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Who did this get to? Josh Marsland with the goal for Minot High. Marsland, the defenseman, his first point of the season, is one of the best you're going to see. A header goal off the Serve Pro corner kick from Sam Ichanis, as that is assist number 3 for the senior midfielder Ichanis. No goals yet. He's now at 3 points this season. A 64th minute goal for the Minot High Magicians. They lead 2-0. Josh Marsland coming up huge there. And now Bismarck, the pressure is really on the Demons with just 16 minutes to go. Second half has kind of flown by for Bismarck without much to say for on offense. That has not really been where the second half has been played. With the Demons in possession on their side of midfield, they've really had to rely on the defense to slow down Minot High, but the Magi take advantage on the corner kick. And now a steal by Minot. They do keep it alive. Dangle. Ball into the middle. Taken away by the Demons. Credit that steal to Tristan Scholes. Schumacher kicks away another, but he'll be called for the penalty. Well, it wasn't on Schumacher. It was on his Bismarck teammate for pushing a Magi player. Free kick opportunity for Minot High. Can they score on another restart? Clock starts with 15:03 to go in the second half. Long drive toward the net. It could be, but it won't be. Just off target, or the Magi nearly going up 3-0. And now being subbed off the pitch is Kyle Eklund, who was the last to touch that free kick. Let's go back to the corner kick goal here for Minot High on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Number 30, Billy Jackson.
Well, looks like did not have that one queued up right, so we'll have to go back into the replay library to find it.
Has Taco to thank the following gold medal sponsors: Al Repair, Mexican Grill, Hoffer Construction.
Echanis to Marsland for that second Minot High goal, and you don't ever want to say it's over with 14 minutes to go, but Minot High feeling a lot more comfortable right now. Loose ball there, doing a lot of work was Justice Amsbury, and maybe saying, what was that, guys? Why did we give up on the play? Amsbury, that's the kind of player he is. He's going to do a lot of work for Minot High. His defense and offense plays that midfield position very well for Minot. Dylan Oswalt takes it away from Bismarck. He's kind of blindsided there after he gave that pass away. Garen Getz says hello. Rolls all the way to the goalkeeper, Drew Haberlock. Minot High, 5 wins in the last 7 matches against Bismarck, including going 2-0 last year against the Demons. Match here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium went 2-0 in the favor of the Magi, and what do you know? Our BNC National Bank scoreboard today reads the same, 2-0 Magi. That quick glimpse of the all-time series between Minot and Bismarck goes back to 2021, a season where these teams met in the WDA championship match. It was a win for Minot High, a high-scoring affair there, 3-2 over Bismarck. But even with the #1 seed out of the West, Minot would go on to lose their first 2 matches of the state tournament and would not even place, finishing in the bottom 2. Some late substitutions here for Minot High. Tayson Solper is back onto the pitch. Bismarck is, even though you don't want to admit it, with 12 minutes to go, running out of time today. Currently not on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Held scoreless by Minot's defense and trailing by 2 goals. Ball over the intended target, but still rolling on the sideline. And nice recovery there from Bismarck's defense to make sure that one went uncollected by Kyle Eklund for Minot. Actually, that might have been Isaac Stewart. It was Stewart, number 33, going after it. Ball stays in bounds for Sam Echanis. Echanis assisted on the most recent goal for Minot. That one did go out of bounds. Throw in for Bismarck. Oh, goodness, a miss hit there from Minot's Josh Marsland, but Bismarck does nothing with it. Balea, ball into the box, collected by Haberlock. Penalty against Chanis. As Haas fell down on the extra and unnecessary contact. Ten minutes to go in today's WDA Soccer Saturday matchup between Bismarck High and Minot High. It's brought to you in part by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. They'll also bring the post-game show coming up in now exactly 10 minutes. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. Helping clients work toward financial freedom. We'll recap the scoring today, and there's another goal to add to it. Minot High goes up 3-0. Count it for Minot. Watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. And it is Dylan Jackson, who's been so quiet today for Minot. He's going to net the goal here. Watch it one more time on this Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Jackson finally gets that goal, or at least a point. He continues his scoring streak. Goal number 9 of the season. It's in the 71st minute for Minot High, and that one might just do it for the Magi today, who will pick up a big 3 points in the West region. Again, not knowing the result of Mandan St. Mary's and Minot North from just up the road. Another one for Jackson. Mandan St. Mary's with a win could continue that 4th place tie with Minot. Now at 13 points. Should the Braves defeat the Sentinels. The other team you got to watch out for is Century with 9 points right now. And of course Williston at 13. So Minot, if results hold over the final 8.5 minutes, they'll move into a tie with Williston because the Coyotes are inactive today. They're the one team across the entire state who is not playing soccer this afternoon. 2 second-half goals for the Minot High Magicians. 64th minute for Josh Marsland, 71st for Dylan Jackson. Graydon Wald hasn't had too much action today. He'll get the ball there and clear for the Magi. But Bismarck will send one right back to him. Finally gets past the end line for a goal kick for Graydon Wald. And the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show will also name the Sport Clips MVP of the match. And the Serve Pro move of the game. I think we got a good idea of what that move of the game is. The MVP, well, might need some discussion from our PSP Network panel here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Vincent Pelea. A little bit too much heat on that pass. Butoto. Pass for Bismarck is taken away, trying to get it to Cameron Haas. And when Haas lost that soccer ball, you saw a little bit of a dejected look from the Demons, who really played strong defensively in this match, but the last 16 minutes not going to look the best for Bismarck High as they concede 2 second-half goals to Minot. Just couldn't put much together offensively today. And likely will drop to a record of 2-6-1. That ended up being a little bit closer than I think Dylan Jackson and everybody here at DC Stadium thought it would be. Wide right of the goal. Goal kick for Bismarck High with 6:15 remaining. Yeah, loss for Bismarck High today. They'll fall to 2 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. 2-5-1. And the pressure's on in the second half of the season for Bismarck High to pick up qualification for the state tournament. Again, they'll host Minot High later on this year. That'll actually be the season finale for these two teams. Another goal for Minot. And then the celebration fell down there. After the fact, Vincent Pelea with the goal as Minot High just pouring it on here in the second half. Off the free kick. Here's your Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Pelea. Boom.
This is for Minot 26, Recent Seal. Number 19, Carson Fitz. And number 27.
2 goals in the final 10 minutes for Minot High. Making it look a little bit better if you just read the box score today, but just know if you tuned in on the PSP Network, Bismarck High's defense, they, again, stood up to the challenge quite well for about 70 minutes in this one, 65 minutes. And have now conceded 3 goals in the final 16 plus. It's 4.5 minutes remaining in today's match. Minot is still on the hunt for goal number 5. Not sure they need it, but play full 80 minutes all the way through the whistle. Bismarck, this match wraps up their 3rd week on the pitch. They'll go back home and prepare for a matchup against Bismarck Century. It'll be a road game for Bismarck High, but as we said before, how much of a home field advantage do you get when you're hosting a team from Bismarck as a Bismarck school? We see it now in Minot. Minot High won big on the road, technically just a few minutes north against the Minot North Sentinels. Seemed to be no problem. They even brought their whole student section out, did the Magi. After that road game against Century, Bismarck High will host Minot North on Thursday before traveling across the Missouri to Mandan St. Mary's on Saturday. So another full week for the Demons in Week 5. Week 5 for Minot High will include a road trip to Dickinson. If they play sound, that should be another 3 points for the Magi. Then a road game at Legacy on Thursday evening before hitting the highway again. Highway 2 going west to Williston. So a lot of travel miles for the Minot Magicians next week. No home matches for the Magi. There are some big matchups next week for Minot, specifically Legacy and Williston. 2 teams where they feel like they might have missed a big opportunity to get right there with Jamestown as number 1 and 2 in the WDA. conceded an early second half goal to Legacy, and it ended up being a draw. And they get lost at home to Williston in their first of 2 regular season meetings. They'll try and get back at the Yotes on Saturday evening, 1 week from today in Williston. Under 2 minutes on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High 4, Bismarck 0. 3 second half goals for the Magi. Got started after halftime in the 64th minute from Josh Marsland. A Serve Pro corner kick that he hit home for Minot, doubling their lead from 1 goal to 2. Dylan Jackson, 71st minute, made it 3-0. And then right after that, Vincent Palea on a free kick, took it himself. Makes it 4-0 Minot High. Magi still in possession of the soccer ball. Bismarck hasn't really gotten into any opportunity here to get on the scoreboard in the final now 62 seconds. Ball just passed the intended target of the pass. And out of bounds goal kick for Bismarck. And coming up next, we'll have the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show on the PSP Network. Summarize today's game, hand out some awards, so stay tuned on the PSP Network. Wrapping up our busiest week yet of fall sports broadcasts. A few more passes, a little bit more dribbling, and this one should be officially official. Well, we do have a penalty in there as well. Clock will continue to run. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Minot will try and take this free kick. No, they don't. We've reached the final score today of Minot High 4, Bismarck 0. We'll be back with the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show after this commercial break.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
For decades,
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, just like our Northern Plains Heating Air keys to the game stated, Minot needed a W today, and they sure got it. A 4-0 win over the Bismarck High Demons. Welcome into the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show, recapping this WDA Soccer Saturday matchup between Minot and Bismarck. Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99 at shotscrossroads.com, or stop by and visit them off of Highway 2 and 52, just east of Minot, North Dakota. Let's take a look back at our scoring today and how we got to this final score of 4-0 in favor of Minot High. The one goal in the first half was Dylan Oswald banging one home from 30 yards away from the net from the top left corner, and that got Minot High on the board. They would be 1-0 at the half. Second half, Bismarck High's defense was definitely tested, and eventually it would cave in on a corner kick from Sammy Chanis to Josh Marsland. Marsland's first goal of the season. He heads it in the 64th minute, puts Minot High up 2-0 over the Bismarck High Demons. And we kind of said it after that goal that really changed the confidence for Minot High. Bismarck got a little bit, down. They looked a little bit dejected after that. But then Minot High, they saw weakness and they exploited it a little bit more with some extra goals in the final 10 minutes. 71st minute, Dylan Jackson picks up his first goal. He has now scored in each of the last 4 matches for Minot High, despite Minot just winning 1 out of those last 4. And then at the very end, the final goal of the day, the 4th and final goal, Vincent Palea on the free kick. Says, I want to get in on the scoring action, and he does just that. Palea with his first goal of the 2024 season. Already had an assist earlier, but that one goes unassisted on the free kick into the back of the net, and Minot High. 3 second-half goals for the final tally of Minot 4, Bismarck 0. Again, Bismarck, you look back at that second half, the defense played well for about 25 minutes of it, and then Minot High just got their way on the corner, the free kick, and Jackson's ball ahead, which we've seen him do so many times this season. Eventually, you knew he was going to catch Bismarck sleeping one time. But Bismarck's defense in the sets for Minot High did not allow very much. Drew Haberlock played a great game in net for the Demons, but Bismarck's offense just couldn't get enough looks in general. Not even good looks, but just chances on their side of midfield to draw even at 1 early in the half and try and put together a comeback later on. So the Demons will go back to the drawing board. They have a big week ahead, starting with Century on Tuesday. Minot High, they will travel to Dickinson on Tuesday, and this is a kind of sigh of relief for Minot High to pick up a win like this over a talented Bismarck team, 4-0 after that 3-match winless streak that included a draw against Legacy. So they will add 3 points to their West Region total, up to 13 for Minot High. We'll check the other results in the WDA after today to see where Minot High does stand. Again, they will move into at least a tie with Williston. We'll see if Mandan St. Mary's comes along with them. Again, they're in action against Minot North this afternoon. All right, let's hand out some awards here to wrap up the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. And we'll start today with the Serve Pro move of the game with 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. We've got the highlight of this one. It was a very nice goal here on the Minot High corner kick. It's a Serve Pro corner kick as well. Sammy Chanis drawing up the play here, and right in the middle of your screen, number 35, Josh Marsland. This one's going for him as it's a super slow-mo here on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Chanis going to get set. Marsland, oh, I didn't even see the spin move there the first time and the second time that I watched it. And then the header for Marsland, the energy right away. That is your Serve Pro move of the game. A nice play for the Minot High Magicians. That put them up 2-0. They'd add 2 more second half goals after that. As for the Sport Clips MVP of the match today, they bring you the MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips. Nothing makes you feel like an MVP quite like that MVP experience that you'll get at the Sport Clips Salon in Minot. Check it online with the hairstylist today at sportclips.com or on their app. Another day where it's kind of hard to figure out who individually and single-handedly would get the MVP of the match. I think Sammy Chanis, again, just a nice day directing things for Minot High, obviously assisted on that corner kick. But Vincent Pelea, he played a really nice match today. He was obviously aggressive on defense as always, but kind of moved into a midfield role today for the Magi and added in that free kick that without the header goal from Marsland earlier on definitely would have been deserving of a Serve Pro move of the game. So we're going to give this one to Vincent Pelea today. Really all-around great effort from number 2 for Minot High, adjusting into somewhat of a new position as well for the Magi in a big win over Bismarck High. Once again, your final score for the final time, it's Minot 4, Bismarck 0. We have no high school soccer on the PSP Network next week, but join us the Tuesday following as Minot High plays Dickinson at home. That should be a good one on Tuesday the 17th. Again, 2 weeks away here from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. For a great crew putting on today's show on the PSP Network, it was a good one today. I'm Owen Patterson on the call. We hope you join us next week, Tuesday, for Minot High Volleyball from Magic City Campus Gymnasium as they host Williston. Until then, have a good night, everybody.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.